Hi guys, this is Lee with the Market Sense for the week of December 8th, 2020. Charts in this presentation are provided to us by Gettess and come from their Trade Navigator software. And our weekly bond market chart for just about as far as the eye we can see here is sideways. So we had this big move in March and that pretty much spent it for the year. We've been predicting that and there's not a whole lot we can do about it. Last week had what I call an exhaustion bar. It broke down below everything and closed right on the low, but then had no follow through so far this week. We were kind of looking for maybe a test of the 170 area here, but they just turned back up. If they were to hold 172.12 for resistance, that would give them a chance to continue the trend down. They certainly don't appear to be doing that. They could turn down now, but they didn't seem to hold that as resistance. And the next target up here is around 173.28. That's the middle moving average, and even 175.12 or so up here if they go back up. I've been saying this as long as I can remember now. I don't see how they can make a major move. I don't see any reason for them to go to new highs and, take interest rates negative. And the Fed is determined to keep interest rates low, so I can't see them breaking down just yet. I don't know what it's going to take, some sort of economic news probably, before we can get a move. And I think the move will be down. I just don't see that it's imminent. So all we can do is try to trade the back and forth here. And right now that 173.28 is the most interesting resistance if they can get there. We do have PPI and CPI due out at the end of the week, so there could be some extra volatility come Thursday, Friday. In stocks, well, last week closed above everything, and the support that would continue them trending up strongly is 36.64. That's that upper moving average there. The low Monday night, Tuesday morning was 36.64 and a quarter. I think you got to call that close enough for government work. That leaves the upside target around 37.29.30 up here as a projected high. I do not call that resistance because it's new all-time highs, and you don't really have resistance at new all-time highs, only targets. There's nothing to suggest that they can't continue up here. What we tend to get in December's is a much quieter market. The volatility dries up a little bit and they don't swing all over the place so much. But they do have a tendency to kind of grind their way higher. So I don't see any reason to assume they can't go higher. I just don't expect they're going to explode higher. That would come as a surprise to me. So again, they seem to have held the 36.64 area, but honestly, if they break all the way back down here to 35.60, would that look bad? No, that would be fine. Wouldn't look bad at all. So I think you have to assume the move is going to continue up. I'm just not sure exactly how far they might drop, and they might not drop at all. They might just keep going up from here. In the NASDAQ, this is the QQQ ETF representing it, it's a rather similar story, except they have not been down to that support to continue the trend. Again, that move happened kind of overnight in the S&P, and the NASDAQ, the QQQ being an ETF, doesn't trade overnight, so that's just higher. The next upside target is around 309.34. That seems easily within reach, and once again, I'm going to repeat, that's a target. I wouldn't call it resistance. They can go higher. No particular energy up there to drive it down that I see. And just like with the S&P, if they were to drop all the way down to this lower moving average here, which is almost a 290, that wouldn't look bad. I mean, that's a big move down, but the overall picture would still look pretty positive at that point. So I think you have to be positive on the market, well, probably for the rest of the year, but at least this week. And unfortunately, they didn't go down to support first, and honestly, I kind of don't expect them to. So that's what we've got for you today. I hope you can find something profitable to get yourself into, and